Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're traveling in a fried out combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombie as Mihai, playing as the Aztecs in blue, gets ready to take on MbL, playing as the Gurjaras in red. And while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings with piggly wigglies and with scouts of all kinds and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Aztecs are the warrior monk civilization. Their monks gain 5 hit points for every tech that's researched, so a fully upgraded Aztec monk comes with a massive 95 HP compared to the usual 30 or 45. Now to help with the gold cost of upgrading your monks, which is significant, any relics collected do generate 33% more gold, so it would behoove Mihai to get his butt out on the map earlier, scout earlier, and start collecting relics as soon as possible. Now, to support their monks on the field of battle, all Aztec units are produced 11% faster, their skirmishers can be upgraded to have extra range and attack, and their infantry can be upgraded to get a massive +4 general attack boost, which is great for their unique unit, the Jaguar Warrior, a middle-of-the-road infantry unit that comes with a pretty strong attack bonus against other infantry. Now, to support military production, Aztec villagers do carry 3 extra resources right from the very start of the game, and they do start the game, if you take a look at the top left of your screen, with 50 extra gold, which basically means you get loom for free, or you can train 2 extra militiamen to annoy and harass your opponent earlier on. Luring the boar is Mihai. We'll see if the villager takes any damage. Yeah, he does. To the east, we've got MbL as the Gurjaras in red. A civ that very much focuses on all mounted units in the game. To start with, their camels and elephant units are created 25% faster. All mounted units get progressively extra bonus damage, all the way up to 40% more bonus damage in Imperial. Oh, looked like it was about to lose the deer there for a second. Their camel line units and their elephant archers can be upgraded to rather be much harder to kill with a massive +4 melee attack armor boost, and their first unique unit is the Shrivamsha Rider. This is a super fast, versatile cavalry unit that can actually dodge enemy projectiles, making it the bane of any archer units. Now, to support their mounted units against pesky, annoying infantry units like pikes, halberdiers, etc., the Gurjaras can actually field a second unique unit, the Chakram Thrower. This is an infantry unit with a ranged melee attack who throws discs that actually hit and injure multiple units. Now, although the damage output is quite low on these discs, I believe the base Chakram is a 3 attack and the elite is a 4. They do have 100% pass-through damage, and the elite version does come with a small +1 attack bonus against the infantry. Now, in order for the Gurjaras to build as big a military as possible, you'll notice they do start the game with 2 free berry bushes underneath the town center. They can garrison their livestock in their mills. Take a look, all 8 piggly wigglies inside, which means take a look at the top right of your screen, 364, or 400, 411, oh my god, never mind. It goes up a unit every so often when you have livestock garrisoned inside your mill. Auto generates food for you. Now they can also upgrade their entire military industrial complex so that all Gurjara military units do cost 25% less food, which is fantastic because if they decide to go Shrivamshas, man, those cost a good amount of food, 70 food. So having a 25% discount is not bad at all. Take a look now at the top right of our screen, 109, 132, 143, 44, 45. There you go. I'm trying to catch the bonus, trying to show what it looks like in real time, but I guess if you didn't catch it, you'll have to take my word for it that the garrisoning of livestock does increase your food count 1 unit at a time. Not too sure the exact ratio of number of animals garrisoned to the time it takes to go up. That I'm sure is something that is covered in other videos, probably by Spirit of the Law, Who's Kidding Who. Eagle Scout has reached the Gurjara base, has seen the berry bushes, has seen the garrisoned livestock. 3 militias are already here and loom, and he still has 40 gold left over, which is exactly why the Aztecs are very, very dangerous, I would say, in the earlier stages of the game. Not that pro players tend to skip loom, but if you skip loom, you can push out a good amount of gold units in the earlier stages of the game with that 50 extra gold. Did he delete this house, or did this house get destroyed? In any event, Our Gurjara is first to Feudal, light years ahead of our Aztec, who has opted to go for 3 extra villagers, which means he is a minute and a half behind. And while these infantry units try futilely, in a futile manner, let's put it like that, to bust into this wood line, let's take a look at where MbL's resources are. Primary gold, very exposed in the front. Man, this is not good at all. Primary stone, nice and secure in the back, and does have a few forests in the back, some extra gold. And we saw, or rather I saw, the stone in the front has 2-3 good locations of forest. So I don't mind this base at all, to be honest, with the exception of the exposed gold. Pretty damn good base for MbL, who's opting to go for a bit of a shorter wall in as opposed to using these forests. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh, and our Gurjara has had enough. The scout is here. He's got 3 militias of his own. Oh, sorry. I think the game froze there. I think we've discussed this in another video. There just have been a lot of glitches and issues. And there it goes again in the game. I might have to restart this cast if that continues. I'm not too sure why the game is like this. Sometimes the game freezes. Sometimes the pathing is not great. But like the developers say, it is a 25-year-old code. And so any changes they make always have unintended consequences. So while this chase continues, 0 kills. Oh, right as I say that, the 2 scouts. Oh no, the 2 scouts bite the dust. Man, oh man, the 2 OG units in the game, military. Let's take a look at Mihai's base. Primary gold also kind of exposed, but more in the central position, not so much the forward position. Where is his primary stone? Man, oh man, is it far off campus? That is very sour. Does he have any stone in the backwards position? No, his secondary is also very far off campus. So stone location for Mihai is absolutely terrible, as is the location of forests. All 3 are in the back. This looks like a little bit of a heart shape. Maybe I should have cast this game on Valentine's Day. MbL, though, pushing a little bit too far into the base. Takes damage. Did the town center? Yeah, the town center got the kill. So good for that town center. But look at this. Big wall off for our Aztec. So I would say very much base advantage here to MbL by not a small margin. He's got 2 gold piles in the back in addition to his primary gold. Mihai, on the other hand, just has 1 gold pile in the back, which he's already mining, by the way, choosing not to expose his villagers to any kind of ranged units that might pop up here in Feudal Age. And there are already 3 ranged units. They are not out on the map just yet. For now, just militias. But choosing not to expose those villagers, and his secondary, rather tertiary gold and primary stone and secondary stone all very far off campus. Wow, what an absolute shitty base spawn compared to your opponent. And now MbL applying pressure to the north. MbL kind of eyeballing these foragers to the south. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Okay, decides to attack the palisade as well. And in come, I'm assuming, the archers. Yes, they cross these the graveyard on the hill over here. And this, as always, is the problem when you use minerals like gold or stone, when you use berries, or when you use any kind of natural element of the map as part of your wall off, and then you start gathering that resource. This can happen, and now the berries are basically unforageable, if that is even a word. Villager count identical, army count identical. 15 minutes into the game, 2 kills apiece. MbL, he's not leaving. He is saying, palisade be damned, house be damned. I know you're building a house right here. I know I've injured some of your villagers. Oh, this one is very badly injured. Only 10 HP left on her. And now he just pivots over here. Stubborn MbL wants to bust his way through the south of Mihai's base. But look at this. Mihai already pulls 4 villagers and creates a secondary wall off, a blacksmith, 2 houses, not minding this at all. Back home, what is MbL building? What's he got? We know he's got an archery range. We saw archers. He's got a market. He's got a blacksmith as well, forming part of his wall off. And Mihai, archery range in the back. It's got 5 archers he's building. 2 militias. Where are the 2 militias, by the way? Oh, they're in the town center. And where's this Eagle Scout? I thought this Eagle Scout died. No, okay, so he trained a new Eagle Scout. Not bad when your opponent is going archer units to have, you know, a unit with 2 pierce armor against the unit that attacks right now on what, a 4? Not bad at all. And again, MbL just taking a bad route to get to where he wants to go. I don't know, again, if this is the pathing, if this is the game. Like I said, more and more players, you guys know I absolutely love being on Reddit. I post, I comment, I'm very involved in the Reddit community, which is probably the worst community to be involved in. Just kidding, I love Reddit. What an absolute garbage dump of opinions Reddit is, but it is so much fun. There's a lot of sentiment that this game needs an improvement to the, forget balance changes, forget civilization features. There's a feeling that this game really does need a major improvement to the underlying code, the pathing, the glitches. And we see it. I mean, I don't know if MbL twice now in the same game has gone underneath the town center fire, and I don't know if that was intentional or if that was just pathing. I've watched live streams of a lot of players in the last week, and a lot of them complain about the pathing. And I don't mean just high elo players. I watch everyone on Twitch. Well, at least I try to watch everyone on Twitch. If there's someone you think I should watch, any up-and-coming stars, any noobs, anything, I absolutely love watching players play on Twitch. Let me know in the comments below. But look at the location of the castle. We know what MbL wants. He wants this stone, and he wants it immediately. Hits castle, siege workshop, castle going up for him. But our Aztecs in castle as well. His archers are going to be crossbows. Bosa is going to help him get more wood for his archer units. He's going up to 13. A baker's dozen of crossbows any second now. And MbL taking a wide berth here. By the way, let's I was talking a big game about the Aztecs and the monks and the relics. How many relics has he actually seen? Just the 1, 2. So he hasn't seen the one to the south. MbL's Billy Club over here. He hasn't seen the one closest to his base, and he hasn't seen the one here next to the Ibex. Okay, so our Aztec, I guess, is not too concerned about relic gold. And now he's trying to bust his way through what? An archery range? Okay. And look at that, he's busted his way in. Mihai says, you know what, you try to do it to me, I'm going to try to do it to you, but this time, instead of having archers and militias, I have crossbows, an Eagle Scout who looks like he's moving in slow motion, and 2 militias myself. Upgrades, only +2 attack and range on the crossbows. But look at this, what the hell happened here? It looks like a hastily prepared shantytown was going up, and then just abandoned by our Gurjara, who says, you know what, F that, I'm just going to shore up my defenses closer to home, and plops down a tower. I mean, he's already got his castle up, so fantastic. But this is not a cheap investment at this stage of the game of stone, especially if you want to go up to another town center. He's down to 1, rather is at 1, while our Aztec back at home we see has 2. And let's see if this mangonel can get anything done. The castle gets 1 militia, the town center gets another. The Eagle dies again. So town centers are really so far the MVPs of this game. The tower gets, oh my god. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if this is pathing. I don't know if this is just the players are not noticing structures and buildings going up. I thought he for sure had seen the tower, but in any event, I guess where's he got to go? Oh, look at this. The mangonel does he not realize that he's got Mihai trapped here? Oh, beautiful attack round there. Absolutely fantastic out of our red Gurjara, but he's under attack to the west. 2 contingents of 4 crossbows. He's under attack here even more. 7 crossbows and a skirmisher, but they've got to be careful. Okay, splits them up at the perfect opportunity. Does take a little bit of damage though. Town center that was going to go down here is no longer going down there. Where will it go? Maybe closer to the gold, or maybe he's gonna, okay, never mind, much closer to home. And look at this, just a parade push, to quote one of my favorite StarCraft casters, Pig. A just parade push of units out of blue. Man, oh man. How many archery ranges does he have, by the way? Only the 2. Barracks? Just the 1. Monastery? Let's see how many monks. 2 monks in production. But the inherent weakness of these crossbows against structures, number 1. Number 2, the mangonel, means that our Gurjara is going to be pretty safe for the time being. Unless he tries to get some lumber here. Oh, no. And thank you so much for pointing out that ballistics is actually up here on the top left and top right. I see it now, and I see that our Aztec does not have ballistics, which explains why that second volley from those crossbows and skirmishers absolutely missed here. Oh, it looks like a bunch of crossbows sacrificed their life to get rid of the mangonel. But there's 2 mangonels now with chakram. Why are you going chakrams? There's no infantry on the field, is there? No, just 27 crossbows. A third town center going up for our Aztec behind all of this. Mihai, 8 villagers ahead. Look at the army count. He is 4 times ahead of his opponent in army count. Is housed for a very quick second. By the way, I am loving these games out of Mihai. There are going to be a bunch of them moving forward. He is taking on a lot of the top players. And not only is he taking them on, sometimes, a lot of times, he's winning. Now, I don't know the outcome of this game just yet. I can see 28 army supply to 9. I can see 63 villagers to 57. That Aztec economic feature where they carry more resources right from the start of the game coming into full effect here. But man, oh man, if there's a player to watch right now, it is Mihai, and I am loving it. He's made himself known, and he is, I believe, in the top 10 right now. I think he's like number 6 or number 7. He's either 5, 6, or 7 at the time that I'm casting this game, which is just absolutely amazing, and congratulations to him for that. His monks, no upgrade whatsoever. How do we know? Because they only have 30 HP. And goodbye, Feudal Age army from about a million years ago. You are no longer needed here. Ooh, but the last remnant, the last remaining unit from the Dark Ages continues to exist. Will the monk try to convert? What happened here? Oh, the tiger went down there. That's what happened. Oh no, the militia doesn't see it. Doesn't see the monk, but should see that the relic has been taken. Oh, he's going to see him now. Is he going to give chase? Horse is blocking his way. MbL, are you noticing? No, and he comes under attack by a tiger. A tiger on the high ground, by the way. No, no more high ground there. So MbL looks like he's on just patrol command. That was sour. He could have definitely tried to make a play for that monk, and now our Aztec has got 2 relics. And like I said, we'll see what, or not like I said, but we'll see at the end of the game what the number of relics is and how much gold. Remember, they do get 33% more gold. Wow. When is the last time we saw a tower being right at the edge of the known world here? As a villager lies dead, tried to build that house, and on the high ground, man, oh man, you don't need the Saracen foot archers here. You can bust through here very quickly, but 2 mangonels are making themselves known, rather, maybe will. Let's see them pop out of the ether. Let's see if Mihai realizes, notices he's getting redemption, so he's going to be able to try to convert these mangonels. How many monks? He's got 5 monks out. And look at MbL knowing that his opponent is going to go pivot north. Amazing game sense out of our Gurjara. Fantastic. But now he's coming under attack from the left to the... Oh my god, I'm stuttering. To the left by monks, to the right by crossbows. Monk does ultimately end up dying, and now elite skirmishers are here. +1/+1 on them. And what a fantastic hit there. 19 kills by this mangonel. 19 is just absolutely bonkers. At the same time, Mihai is creating, look at this, little monoliths to the west, a little monolith to the north, but the mangonel is here. The tower is attacking the tower of his opponent, which means that this mangonel for now, oh, maybe not, maybe not. Villager joins in on the fight, and the villager for our Aztec is going, rather Gurjara is going to be able to help repair this. So this tower, not a bad idea, ultimately will go down because there's no way, absolutely no way blue can repair this. There's no villagers anywhere around here. Is he attacking the villager? Okay, look at that. The villager's so cocky, knowing that this mangonel, one more volley and the tower is down. He does not need to repair it at all right now. And our Aztec is going crossbows, mangonels himself. He's still got 4 monks on the field. Chakrams are out. Am I right? Yeah, there's no infantry bonus yet. Yeah, it's only for the elite version. And again, like, take a look at their damage. 3 damage is absolutely terrible, but it's really that pass-through, that damage that does 100% to every unit it hits. and the quantity you can just mow down units, especially units like crossbows that have 35 HP only. But Reddit's got to be careful. You are here too late to the party, MbL. You need to run away or you're gonna die here, because this castle is definitely going up and now you're kind of stuck. That being said, our Aztec lost a good amount of villagers getting this castle up, sacrificing I was gonna say sacrificing skirmishers to save the chakrams, and now the chakrams are kind of stuck. Fantastic traps laid by both players so far. And oh no, that's so sour. Losing a monk to skirmishers is never something you want to see or experience. And now stuck between bamboo and a hard place are these skirmishers. Let's see how many archer units they can actually take out before they all die. Not too sure why the fancy movements, just leave them. Wow, manages to get a second crossbow before he dies. So, you know, I mean, nah, not the greatest trade, not the worst trade. Getting 2 crossbows, really, that was unnecessary for our Aztec, whose army supply lead is now down to 3, and his villager lead is only down to 2. He's heading up to Imperial about 1 minute and 15 seconds ahead of his opponent. As this tower continues to poke away, let's see if we can kind of decide what he's trying to do here. I mean, we see a few more, no, not 1 extra barracks, a few more archery ranges, 4 archery ranges. So is he going to go, no, another tiger dies. Is he going to go full on ranged, our Aztec, against a civilization that has a unit that basically is as good at killing ranged units as the Huskarl? I don't know. We'll see. How many stables, if any, does our Gurjara have? I see 1. Only 1. Okay, so maybe Shrevamshas are not... maybe Shrevamshas are not on the menu. But Bracer is guard tower, so he's upgrading these towers so that they're going to be a little bit harder to take down, pack a little bit more of a punch. And this is where MbL's base really comes in handy. The additional gold piles to the back, the forests to the back, the extra room to expand our Aztec. Really, there's like not much here. He's got a few forests. All his primary resources, secondary resources, very far, although our Gurjara is applying 0 pressure at all. So who knows? I thought our Aztec was going to be in a bit of trouble in terms of bases, but based on how he's expanded, he's just gobbling up all the resources underneath his control. And MbL is just being kept at home with towers, with ranged units. This is never-ending pressure here by our Aztec, who's yet again housed, though. Very briefly, once this castle goes up, should be in a pretty damn good spot. And more upgrades for his monks. Oh, look at that. Decides to delete his structures as opposed to letting them get converted for the Aztecs 40 HP because he researched redemption and I just saw block printing. So 12 range, able to convert siege and buildings. And our Gurjara is going ranged himself. But both players in Imperial. First Treb is out. And here we go. Shrevamshas? No, he's going light cav. Okay. Light cav could be potentially very deadly here, but I don't know against arbalests. Arbalests, you really do want to have hussars. Which, FYI, the Gurjaras do get. But in terms of resources required to upgrade the light cav to hussars, he does not have... What? He does not have the resources yet. What the hell is this? I mean, look, has he seen, by the way, all of these stables? Yeah, he's seen the stables with the flags. So he knows one of 2 units is going to pop out of there. A light cavalry or a Shrevamsha. Either way, it's going to be something lightning fast. And so we've seen players wall themselves in. I don't think I've seen yet a game in this level of Elo, this 2600 Elo level, where players wall their opponents in. Man, oh man, what an absolute badass move out of our Aztec, who now adds Jaguar warriors into the mix. Unrelenting pressure. He's ahead in villager count, he's ahead in army count, but here comes the Gurjara light cavalry. One dies immediately. Arbalests are gonna have a field day with these few numbers of skirmishers. This is way too few, and their upgrades are way too shitty. Now, no attack upgrades. I hear the Billy Bat, the Billy Club sound of the Jaguar warrior who is attacking a farm, and he is now going after the villager. Forget the piece of land. He wants the human tilling it. But there's a tower here from days long gone, days long past. Second castle after the first one bit the dust. By the way, has Blue seen all of these extra? Yeah, so he's seen all of these stables, and now he knows that they are Hussars. +2 attack. So they are basically maxed out right now. In 15 seconds with husbandry, they will be maxed out in terms of upgrades. And then let's see a fight. This might be a problem for our Aztec. I mean, Arbalests are great. They attack on a 10, but this unit has 6 pierce armor. But the Arbalests are on the high ground. They are on the high ground. Our Gurjara has taken the supply lead now in terms of army count. Look at that. For a brief second, Mihai was at 201 population after converting, I think, this skirmisher who's now dead. But let's see this. Our Gurjara can now afford to keep throwing units at our Aztec. Our Aztec with the more gold-intensive units. Not a single ounce of gold spent on this entire Gurjara army, which pounces. So far, not doing a terrible job. So far, absolutely wrecking. But there's a body of Arbalests. They hide into the castle. They are hiding in the castle, which adds so many arrows. And man, oh man, the Jaguar warriors with their 6 pierce armor against a skirmisher that does 6 damage and no bonuses whatsoever, which means they do 1 damage to this Jaguar warrior. 1 damage to a unit that has how much HP? 75. But what might damage them is these chakrams, but not if they get picked off one at a time. And by the way, take a look at the map on the south. I don't want to pivot away from this fight, but oh, a beautiful move out of MbL. 1 treb, 2 treb, 3 treb, 1,200 resources down the toilet. But the Jaguars are here. Castle is firing, and Chakram should be able to do a good job here. Again, damage output is quite small, but with that pass-through, it is pretty damn good. The problem is, look at supply count now. 20 army supply and falling to 50. Absolutely epic. More Jaguars raiding to the south. This tower is not able to defend at all. Another castle and a town center. And Otelot, he is going skirmishers. Oh man, our Aztec is looking to seal the deal right now, but a second castle does push him back. And this is what I wanted to point out. Look at this. Look at Mihai. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. What the hell are you? Why is there a random farmer here with 18 stone? Not a farmer, a quarryman. What the hell is he doing here with 18 stone? This was like an evil person from a movie that they cement alive inside the wall. Who was it in Underworld? Was it Lucian? It was the werewolf who couldn't turn back into a human. Oh, I forget. I think in the second Underworld movie, they boarded him up and they cemented him up, and only Celine had the key. But in any event, that's what that villager is. Hilarious. I don't know why he's got 18 stone if he's holding like a rake or a hoe or something. But it doesn't really matter who gives a rat's ass. Look at our Gurjara base, completely stuck. This is an absolute epic way to make sure your opponent cannot raid you. That being said, our Aztec has to be careful. Another castle falls. No more stone for our Gurjara, which means this is all he has. And I don't even know if he can take an engage here. This is a lot of trebs. 6 trebs. He moves forward. He moves forward. He hesitates. He loses a Hussar or 2 or 3 or 4. The Chakrams are doing what they can, but there's way too few of them. There's way too few Chakrams. Look at this, 15. Are they elite? They are not elite, so they do not come with any attack bonus against infantry. And look at this, 5 melee armor against 5 melee attack. Again, 1 damage. The skirmisher does 1 damage. The Chakram does 1 damage. So even with the pass-through, it is not enough. And even if it was, this meat shield, all it's doing is giving these Arbalests a chance to close in, and the castle falls, and right as the castle falls, the GG is called. And holy shit, Mihai I mean, somebody in the comments posted that he was trained by Hera, a Padawan he is, and it shows. Holy moly! Look at this base. He's taken a civilization with, I think, what, the fastest cavalry unit in the game? No, maybe a Cuman Hussar is faster than a Shravamsha, but Shravamsha is pretty damn fast. These Hussars at 1.65, pretty damn fast, and walled him in. Walled to the north, walled to the south. When is the last time we saw anything even remotely like this in a pro game, which leaves him completely free to go around the map and start gobbling up resources, gold, ibex, wood, stone, tigers if he even wanted to. He could cage them like Tony Montana for his wedding. And man, oh man, what an absolute epic fun game. Mihai, like I said, definitely going to cast more of his games. Definitely a player to watch because this is just ridiculous. I mean, missing elite chakrams is really, I think, what ultimately made these Jaguars just way too overpowered. I mean, look at that with, oh my god, with El Dorado, not El Dorado, sorry, that's the Mayan, with Garland Wars, they attack on a 20. And did our Gurjara get Kshatriyas, by the way? Let me see. It is a Castle Age upgrade, so we're looking past this line here. I don't see it. I see there's Garland Wars. I don't see a red silver crown, do you? Doopy doopy doop. I don't see it at all. No, so his units are still costing full food. 80 food would have the Kshatriyas would have absolutely helped. 25% cheaper food would absolutely have helped. And even though I thought MbL had the better base, look at it. The base is basically mined out. This is the only wood he has that he can actually jack. Actually, never mind. There's a forest here to the north. This one is basically unminable with the presence of castles and trebuchets. You know, if Mihai wanted to, he could just turn around some of these skirmishers and go, I guess this one. No, there's a tower here. A tower here. So MbL, look at this. What an absolute beast play out of our Aztec. I love this. This is not something we ever see in a pro game. What creativity. Absolutely. MbL honestly held as long as he could. I think he needed to be perhaps a little bit more aggressive out on the map, raided a little bit earlier, maybe taking a page out of ACCM's book and just continually raided. Otherwise, this is what happens when you give the Aztecs an inch. Look at this. He just expands. And in what direction is he expanding? Straight for his opponent. And man, oh man, the fact that he can produce units 11% faster means he doesn't need as many infrastructure, as many buildings rather. And let's take a look at the stats. 88 Arbalest, 97 Hussars, peak APM right at the end. Peak APM kind of in the beginning of the game for MbL. Economy, man, look at that, our Aztec economy. That is just unfortunate for MbL. 15,000, 30% bigger economy. All 4 relics. And look at this, 3,500 gold. 3,500 gold from those 5 relics. Remember, they do collect 33% more, which does help because the Jaguar Warrior is not a cheaper unit. It's 30 gold, I think. 30 or 35, I think 30. 204 kills for our Aztec, 137 kills for our Gurjaras. So yeah, Red just did not get the kills that he needed. 29 villager kills to 13. So villager kills, economic rating, not really that big of a deal this game. What's more of a big deal is this. This is just epic. I know this is the 3rd time I'm pointing this out in this post-game analysis, but I just love it. Look at it. He even walled in the front. The front of MbL's base, where he was pushing in with units. By the way, a continually never-ending stream of units out of our blue Aztec. No forward infrastructure, which is the only thing I would kind of maybe tell Mihai, you've got 1,400 wood. You know, plop down a few archery ranges here next to your siege workshop, and then you can reinforce, take away the defender's advantage completely. Would have loved to see how this battle shaped out at the end. Unfortunately, we don't get to see it. I mean, we all know how it's going to end. Every single one of these red bars is going to go down to nothing and disappear. And then the castle falling means that these archer units are going to have a field day with all the villagers as the Jaguars destroy every structure under the Gurjara command. But wow, what a fun game. What a creative game out of Mihai. And like I said, a player to watch with the creative play with the Jaguar Warrior. 20 attack. That is just bonkers. And with the crossbows become arbalest. I mean, 42 kills on these guys, 18 of them. That is a good stat to see. Especially, I mean, it's a good stat to see if you're Mihai. Not a good stat to see if you're MbL. And with that stat, with the kills, with the wall, and with the trebs, with everything that he did, Mihai is victorious. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.